All right, guys, we're going straight into the action. Game number 3, TK. Deciding what side to start on. Looks like EnVy is going to go over to our Atlas team just in time. We're opening things up with Theory. And TK honestly just blew it to a lead. They were up 4-2 in the Search and Destroy. EnVy went 4 straight rounds behind Aqua and Octane. But this is a massive game 3 for them to win. It's going to be on host once again. And I don't know if it can happen. We were talking numbers, Maven, during the commercial break. EnVy's one of the most impressive uplink scores that we have seen so far out of any Pro League squad.
Yeah, I think you said it was 7-1. I would have guessed somewhere in that ballpark. Yeah, 7-1, 6-2. I knew they've been playing very, very strong. TK, on the other hand, hasn't been their best game type. I believe they're 3-5. This is one I think that EnVy can definitely take, especially with host. But it is going to be drone in the hands of Theory, and that's going to be an easy dunk for him. He had a player just waiting really in the base to set him up. That's Neslo. They're both going to have to rotate back just so there isn't a quick counter out of EnVy. The EnVy players were looking to push and get control of the base. Aqua's already got, he's killing people inside of TK's base. They just need to get the drone forward, and they can't do it because Neslo and Theory are going big at the Central Atlas. They're able to shut it down, make sure there isn't a quick dunk and counter.
EnVy didn't know it, but they could have just snatched and ran for a straight score. There was one defender back for TK. Pretty aggressive opening strategy for Team Kaliber, but it pays off. You got a hefty lead. EnVy coming right back, surging in the kill feed, as you can see. It was all red for a moment, but haven't been able to get much off of the drone. Now you see Octane trying to surge it forward.
They should be good. JCap set up behind the truck in their base. They're going to be spawning all the way out of green. This should be an easy dunk. There it comes. Now, if JCap stays alive, they may be able to rally, but it was Theory that won a gunfight at Atlas. That's going to allow him to reset if need be. He probably should have just reset. He tosses it forward. They still have EnVy players around the base. They just need someone to pick up this drone and rotate back to attack as quickly as possible. It's going to be Looney that grabs it first. They don't have base control anymore, but this is probably still going to lead a 1-point toss. 1-point toss is intercepted. Nope. Theory is going to keep it a tie game and goes for the clean. So it's been out of the base, cleared. EnVy, though, right there to pick it up. 4 defenders alive until Octane picks off one. Taken down by Sharp, wasn't able to clean up the second. So Aqua trying to get his own kills. Not going to happen here. Good hold from TK as we reach the halfway point here of round number 1. I'm looking across, though, and I have to say TK doing a pretty solid job on the defensive end. They had that one slip where JCap got behind him, but other than that, they've been doing a great job of holding down the middle of this map. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, offense has been their defense. They've held the drone spawn. They've had a player in and around the EnVy base a lot. They've been able to get in and wreak havoc to a degree. The only time they really gave up points is when the opposite happened to them. They allowed JCap to get loose in their base. He ran straight through garage and got set up. When that happens, you're going to be spawning so far out on that side. It's difficult to deal with. But I like the game right now. They're on weak side. They're doing a good job. Theory leading the way. He was the #1 player on TK in game number 1. He's leading right now at 10-6. I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of Theory this far.
And there you see JCap trying to fight for his life, but the shot is going to go to Nameless. He puts up 1 more point on the board as JCap was busy mid-street, couldn't defend at all. EnVy, only 1 player near the satellite drone. This is another TK grab if Neslo cleans up this kill. Aqua doing damage, though, is going to pick up 3 straight kills and stop this surge. Now EnVy can go on the attack, and Aqua's setting up for the spawn clear.
You got to remember, this is the last host for TK in this series. 4-5 will be EnVy, so they've got to win this game. I thought game 2 was a must-win. This certainly is, if that wasn't. 4-3 advantage, though, now for EnVy as Looney's able to fire through the dunk. Who's going to be there for drone control? It's going to be Octane. He's probably just going to reset this as he's got people chasing him. Should have just tossed it out, in my opinion. It's going to give drone control over to TK. They've got 4 up. They're ready to push mid-street. Octane wisely should just toss that out.
You see Sharp trying to clear Octane out of the window. Long-range shots going down. Aqua continues to impress. He just went on a massive 5 streak to secure the last 2 points for EnVy. Now he's going to get 2 defensive kills and push forward once again. He's going to lead the charge through school. Has a teammate with him. I've been so impressed with his SMG so far in this match. It's 12-9. The stats don't tell the full story, but you look over on the other side, TK not worrying about the kills. They get a few, and then they just try and make the aggressive push. Can Nimwith stop the drone from getting cleared? It looks like it's going to get tossed up top. Here's the reset coming in 10 seconds.
Nothing they're going to be able to do with the remaining time on the clock here, but so far so good. If you're TK, you're only trailing by 1. You're going to be flipping over to strong side here. This actually is looking like TK's game to win right now. I mean, I don't really see... This would be so difficult in my eyes for EnVy to close this out. I mean, they're going to have to play... I'd play kind of... I don't want to say defensively, but just kind of that midpoint game. Just play around the drone. Try and control there. Don't really push forward unless you're guaranteeing yourself points. If TK gets control and takes the lead, I don't really know how EnVy will come back in this one.
Starting things off with Theory, 14 and 12, 2 caps to his name, leads the team in almost every category. He's going to be working right through the garage. Suns 2 players. And now he's got the cleanup kill. It's just an assist, though. Neslo will fall in the pit with him. Aqua again. 2 kills to open it up. He's got help from JCap, and now it's EnVy on the first push.
They're pushing forward, but no one able to get the drone and do anything with it yet. We'll see who's going to be hands-on first to try and get control. I'll tell you what, you know what frustrates me the most about Theory joining TK again, Chris?
What's that?
We had that LAN in St. Louis. Neslo left his TK zip up there. If he never played for TK again, that becomes a hot commodity. That's a collector's item. Now that he's back on the team, not really worth anything to me.
Sorry, man.
I know, it's upsetting, but Looney gets the toss there from Cap. Gonna fire it through, 6-3 advantage, and this is perfect if you're EnVy right now. You've extended the lead to 2 possession. You're on the weaker side, but you've got another toss forward. This is gonna be another dunk. They don't care what side they're on, they're pushing forward.
EnVy is patrolling with the bows. JCap coming to life here on the second side. 17 and 11, Aqua still leading the charge with the SMG, has stopped every single one of TK's pushes at the top half of the map. Finally, he's going to fall to Theory. This is TK's chance to wrap it through school, but there's still 3 defenders set up for EnVy.
3.5 left to go. 5-point advantage here. Theory's going to drop inside the smoke. Drone carrier's going to fall as well. That's 4 dead right now for TK. EnVy's going to get forward again. The split spawn coming, though. 1 spawn. Oh, well, that player took out. That was Nameless. He's going to get ripped up by Octane. They've only got 1 player to beat. And this is going to be yet another dunk here for EnVy. Just completely blowing this one open. Coming through. 10-3 will be your lead. How wild is it that on the weak side right now, EnVy's looking so much stronger.
They're just crushing through. I mean, you saw TK. They had a little bit of momentum. Sharp was out of 5 streak. All of a sudden, 4 dead. Across the map comes EnVy and an easy dunk. JCap leading the charge with a 2-piece. So, looking through, I mean, there's just been big plays from everyone on this squad, but really, to me, it's the JCap and Aqua show.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, Aqua was a big part of Game 1. He was a big part of Game 2, having a fantastic series right now. What did he hit, a 7-8 spree? Yep,
7 streak through SMD.
7 streak, and he's +8 right now. Aqua having a fantastic game. Some points going to get, well, I should say off points going on the board here for TK. Trailing by 6, though, with 2 minutes left. You know, it's just like EnVy got that early aggression, and it's just been, they've held it. There hasn't been much that TK's been able to do. They haven't had a single opportunity to rally anything forward, Chris.
All right, there's a big kill on Octane. Theory's got the breakaway. Nameless with the clear, and unfortunately, all 4 drop again. Guess who's in the kill feed? It's JCap once again on a 5-6 streak now. Has to switch over to the ASM-1 before he can reload this bow. JCap just clearing the way, and with everyone looking his direction, there's another easy 1-pointer tacked on.
Well, you're seeing a big reason, or a big part of the reason that EnVy has been such a dominant uplink team. You're off host. You don't have a significant lead on the strong side. You go over at the weaker spawn, and you just roll. There are very few teams, I think, that can pull this off, Chris. EnVy showing why they may be the best uplink team in the league.
EnVy with satellite control. You have Aqua going for the super boost. That toss is way short. It's a grounder to Looney, and Looney's going to go for the dunk, puts it back in a 13-4 advantage with 60 seconds. You called it, Maeve. You are like Nostradamus of this series. TK going to fall behind 2-1. unless they do something ridiculous here in the final 60 seconds, but not going to happen on individual performances. Looney gets the clear, and EnVy wants to tack on even more points.
Yeah, I mean, you sort of, I don't know, I thought this one was kind of easy to predict just with how it broke down. I mean, if TK didn't go up 2-0, they had the host in the first hardpoint, they needed to win that. They had to win the S&D. They're not going to take this one. If they were able to take 2 hardpoints off of EnVy, I'd be very, very surprised if they were able to push this one game 5. But we've seen TK. They've been playing much better. They had a very good week number 3. We'll see if they're able to force it to the game 5, but getting spanked a bit here in the uplink by EnVy.
TK decides to host the first hardpoint and the uplink, so it's EnVy's host coming up next. And you can see the finish here as Nameless goes for another desperation play. Just try and pad those Vulcan stats a little bit. Not going to happen, though. 4-13. Impressive performance coming from the boys in blue. Let's take a look at our final numbers before the commercial break. Who was it? Aqua? Yeah, 31-21. JCap, 30 kills of his own. Really piled them on in the second half as Looney and Octane got all of the objective work finished. Great team effort. On the other side, you had Theory, 29-17. The only positive thing you can say about TK's performance on that map.
Yeah, that was their final host map, too. You saw how close game number 1 was, Chris. Came down to the final 15 seconds on TK's host and hardpoint. Now it's EnVy's turn to host a hardpoint. I don't know what planet TK can win this map on, but it's not Earth.
The map is going to be Biolab. TK
All right. Well, actually, okay, to
TK
be fair, and again, it was TK's host the other night on Friday, but they blew out. I'm trying to think who they played Friday night. But they won, it was like 250-60. They looked phenomenal. We'll see if they can have another strong Biolab performance.
All comes down to the Blue Hill boys. We'll be right back.